Law of attraction and manifestation. All right, this is gonna be a long video, but this is gonna be my guide for how I manifest and how I use the law of attraction in the most practical way possible. No fluff, no BS. This is how I do it. So here we go. It's a long video, but I'm gonna be really brief and short. I don't have time for fooling around. So write down this formula at the bottom of your journal. Be plus do equals have. If you're able to be who you want to be, do what you want to do, you're going to have what you want to have. It's that simple on paper, right? Hard in action. So write it down. I'm going to explain why. But first, I want you to just notice this. You probably have written down a to-do list. You've probably written down the things that you have in your life, like gratitude journaling. But have you ever written down a to-be list? Have you ever written down a list of who you want to be? Happy. I want to be confident. I want to be less insecure about my body. I want to, it could be anything. I want to be a performer. I want to do whatever. I want to be positive, energetic, awesome, just whatever. It's important that you focus on your personality about what kind of character do you want to be. We're all in this story. We're all in this musical of life, right? Life is a musical. We're all in it. And what kind of character do you want to be? What part do you want to play? I want you to think about the person that you aspire to be. Make a list, just like you do a to-do list. Make a to-be list. All right. At any rate, let's get going on the rest of this formula. So, be plus do equals have. How do you get this be? First, you have to know why. Why do you want what you want? So we have why. So to get to your being, you need to know why. To get to know what you want to do, to get to know your doing, you got to know how. If you know why you want to do something, and if you know how to do it, then you're going to have what you want doing. It's like that. And then how do you get to your why? How do you know your why? You know your why through inspiration. Let's write this down. You know your why through inspiration. And how do you know your how? You know your how through insight. If you have an insight, if you have an inspiration, an inspired idea, and if you have an insight into how to do it, then you're going to most likely know how to manifest that in your life. And then, how do you get to inspiration? You have to be aware. Awareness of how you feel, awareness of your being. And then how do you get to insight? You have to pay attention. It's about attention. So you have awareness above inspiration, attention above insight. Because what you pay attention to is what you're going to attract. What you're aware of is what you're going to attract as well. So if you're focusing on all the negatives in your life, you're not gonna attract what you want per se, because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's kind of like this. If you have a best friend or partner, and if you're always afraid to lose them, if you have $1 million, like what's the point of having $1 million if you're always afraid of losing it? What's the point in investing like just in the stock market if you're always afraid that it's gonna go tumbling down? If you're always anxious and checking your phone every day, what's the point of having a partner if you're always jealous and insecure every time they go out to the bars or just whatever? You see what I mean? Like, you have to think about that positive thoughts will lead to positive results. And if your attention and awareness is not in the right place, you're not going to have what you want. So how do you get awareness and attention? Those come from your being, from consciousness. So let's write this down. Okay, consciousness. This is who you are. I made a separate video on this, but you are consciousness. You are consciousness. So consciousness leads to awareness and attention, leads to inspiration, insight, leads to your why and how, leads to your being and doing, and that leads to what you have. But let me break this down even further so that way you can understand this more. Awareness and attention, they give birth to concentration. I wrote that down there if you can read it. They give birth to concentration. And then inspiration and insight, they give birth to your desire. If you're inspired by something and if you have an insight into that, then you're going to know what you want. And then your desire will lead to your why and how, because you're going to know why and you're going to know how when you have that desire. So focus on the desire, and that leads to the why and how. And then if you have your why and how work together, then you'll have your action. And then if you have action, that will help you to act towards the person that you want to be and doing the things that you need to do to get to what you need to get to what you want to get. So that leads to the being and doing leads to the manifestation. So it leads to manifestation. Wrote that down there. So I want you to notice that the left side, like that B list there, like this B column, that's all the feminine. And all the doing is all the masculine. So we can put feminine there and masculine here. See, I added it down there right by the B and the do. I put the masculine and the feminine there. That doesn't mean it's girl or guy. It just means the energies of masculine and feminine. It's not like man or woman. It's like the energies of what those energies mean. And then also notice that the left side of the feminine side, that B side, is the intuitive side. Because feminine is intuitive, and the masculine side is intention. See that? Intuition and intention. So I want you to look at this list, see if you can copy this list down and really grasp at like understanding this, because if you're able to concentrate on what you desire, and if you're able to act on your desires, then you're going to manifest what you want. Because if you're able to focus on who you want to be and what you want to do, you're going to get what you want to have. So I want you to think about some of the things that you want to commit to doing, to being happy, being positive. And then what do you have to do to get to that point? I want you to make a 100% commitment, a wholehearted, freak yeah, let's go to a commitment. It could be, I want to go talk to my friend here like today. Really make a wholehearted yes to, I want to go to the gym every day, or maybe or like 5 days a week. Like, I really want to make a wholehearted yes to journaling, to really having more positive thoughts in my mind. Because if you don't spend time cultivating positive thoughts in your mind, your emotional energy, your vibration is, we have a baseline. And if you think a lot of positive thoughts, you're going to raise your baseline higher. If you think a lot of negative thoughts, you're going to lower your baseline. So I want you to think about that. The state that you're in most often becomes your default state, your default way of being. So just think about following your highest excitement, really being aware of your inspirations, your desires. Follow those to the best that you can, and really a wholehearted yes. Give yourself a wholehearted yes to following those to the best of your ability, and then act on those, and you will get what you want in the best way that you can. You just can't give up. There is no simple solution to this. You just have to follow that and get through with that. So I know I'm almost out of time here. You have a wonderful rest of your day. Man, I'm losing my voice. Have a blessed day.